Scheduling for first date, assume or be clear. You ready, Tyler? I'll read the email.
Let's do it.
J-Train, I'll keep the feathering short, but I'm a religious listener, and you've taught me basically all I know about dating, so thank you. Oh my God, I'm worried for the future of this country. Okay. So my background, I'm a 28-year-old divorced and single mom of a 5-year-old trying to get back out there after only really having dated for a few months before COVID hit. And then I went to live with my parents during the height of the pandemic, so I didn't date. Now I'm living in Northern Virginia with my kiddo and trying to get back into the dating. But I've only gone on one first date in the last few months, and that wasn't a good match. A few days before Memorial Day weekend, I matched with this guy, 36, divorced dad of 2. We talked for a few days on the app. The conversation was flowing, and I was really enjoying his sense of humor. We figured out through conversation that the only time we were both free was Friday during the day, since he was off on Fridays, and I, at the time, hadn't found a babysitter, so I couldn't go out that night. After the long weekend, I decided I wanted to move off the app and restate my want for a date. So I sent the attached message to him, giving him my number. So let's read this first. I'll be her, you be him, in all these in these texts. So this is her on Hinge to him.
So am I reading his stuff?
No, not yet. We're starting with the Hinge convo. This is her saying, I'm leaving the dating app, but I want to make sure you have my number, because she wants to hang out on Friday.
Okay.
So she writes, hey, I've really enjoyed talking with you, and I'd love to meet up and see if the vibe translates in person. Here's my number. Text me if you're interested and want to meet up. Okay. That seems pretty normal. Okay. He texted me that evening and kept the conversation going. The next day, Wednesday, he brought up meeting on Friday, recommended a place to meet for lunch, and asked when I was free. So these are screenshots 1 through 5. So Tyler, pull up the screenshots. And you be gray and I'll be green. So you're him, I'm her.
Aha. So what time are we meeting on Friday?
Is this your way of asking me out on a date? LOL, thinking face emoji.
Of course.
Ha ha. Well, I guess time depends on what you have planned for us to do.
I feel like it more depends on what time you can get out of work and when you have to get your daughter. Ha ha.
Ha ha. Fair. I'm free 1-ish on Friday and would be free until 5.
Well, then I guess we will be doing a late lunch. LOL.
Haha, I guess we will. I'm down.
We never really spoke about where you live, so I'll ask this. How close are you to blank blank? I've never been, but I heard it is amazing.
Ha, that's a good point. So I've never heard of it, but is it the one in blank? I don't know if there is just one or what. Sweaty face emoji. But if that's the case, that's pretty close to me, 15 minutes. I'm near blank.
And I'm in between blank and blank. And yes, I only know of the one. It's either that or we're going swimming in your pool. Ha ha.
Checks maps to see where those places are. Ha ha. I haven't scoped out the pool yet, so that may have to wait until next time. I don't know if it's gross or not. Laughing face emoji. I'm down for trying a new place. Blushing face emoji. Can't go wrong with good food.
I had to try and figure out where blank was, so I feel you. LOL.
Haha, that makes me feel a lot better, so thank you.
Now that I see it's on the map, I think my sister has been looking for an apartment in that area.
That doesn't surprise me because there's so many apartments right around here. It's kind of insane.
She is hell-bent on a super tall one.
Haha, well, she's looking in the right place.
You can give me a tour of yours, and I can save her a trip. Just saying. Ha ha. Kidding.
Haha, mine isn't super tall, so I don't think it would fit her criteria, so probably no need for that tour. Upside down face emoji. You can tell she's getting a little freaked out by this because he's now angled for going to her place and where she lives twice. Yeah. I don't like it. I'm with her. Upside down face emoji is necessary right now because he's done, let me check out the pool. Let me get a tour of your place. He's a little hint. I'd like to be near your couch where we could be making out, but go on.
All right. Yeah, but her other requirement is a pool and a den.
Oh, yikes. I don't know if many apartment complexes have dens. Maybe they do. Who knows?
Yeah, I think she wants to move to a place in blank. She met a few friends that live there, and I'm looking for a reason to go out that way.
Okay, so those are the first 5 that she sent in. And then she writes, I've blacked out the restaurant, which was a blank, and where we live. Okay. After this exchange, we continued to talk about random things, keeping the conversation volley in the air. By Thursday night, I was feeling a little antsy because we hadn't set a time to meet on Friday, and the date hadn't come up in our conversations either. So I tried to drop a hint for him to confirm the time or even say anything about the date, but he didn't. Screenshots 6 through 10. So let's go to 6 through 10. This is a saga. Okay. She writes, "Welcome to the weekend.
Yay. Horn with
You're almost making me wish I was back working 10 hours a day, but I'd miss my afternoon naps."
Oh no, can't skip those naps. Ha. Ready for these storms?
I didn't realize we were expecting them, to be honest. But I'm going over to a friend's tonight, so hopefully I don't get stuck in anything too crazy. You gonna watch them roll through on your porch, huh?
Yeah, I had food on the grill. I pulled it off and threw it on the oven. LOL. Not getting stuck out there again.
Haha, smart move. You really do grill a lot, or maybe only when it rains.
Apparently, I'm a magnet for rain. Maybe it's because I'm so hot. ... You know. Ha ha.
See, he's always pushing. He's doing like a slight nudge towards sexual every single. I'm so hot, but it's fun. I get it, flirty. She writes, "Haha, quite possibly the world may never know."
Smiley face. That's it.
Of course, my first night out in like over a year, and it's rainy and humid. Haha, my luck doesn't seem to be super great. See, where this conversation's already going too long. She wants to know what time is this date and where. Tomorrow's the day. I know there's a point. You're grilling, it's raining. So what's the deal tomorrow? She has a right to say that, but go on.
Gonna do some drinking, question mark?
Oh yeah, gonna get little lit on some water and side. Oh, and cake.
Where are you going?
Over to my friend's house. Girls' night.
With no drinking, question mark?
I don't drink.
Well, that will explain it. LOL.
Yeah.
How far is your walk?
Wasn't too bad from the car, thankfully. I survived. Don't worry. Would hate for you to have to eat Korean solo tomorrow. So they were going to a Korean place.
I thought you were talking about your place to hers.
No. She doesn't live that close. I wish.
Oh, well, where does she live then?
Yeah, not too bad. Two exits down, actually. Like, at that point, he's ignored her question.
Yeah.
About the Korean place, but now she's talking about exits on the highway. Yeah, not too bad. 2 exits down,
Oh, nice. Hope you're having a good time.
Thanks. It was a lot of fun. Back to real life now, LOL.
Back home already, question mark?
Yep, babysitter was on the clock. So now let's go back to
how was the babysitter? Email. Was it
Yeah, so he asked about the babysitter. The next morning, he texted around 10 a.m. asking what time we were going to meet, and we exchanged the rest of the messages. He didn't respond to my last message, screenshots 11 through 14. Okay, so let's get to the end of this saga. So he asked about the babysitter. She seemed nice. My daughter liked her. Yep, it was the first time. My daughter said she wants to meet another babysitter, though she knows she has options.
How long were you gone for? Question mark. That's awesome.
4 hours. She was asleep for 2. LOL. The babysitter made easy money. I'm sure of that. My daughter loves her time away from me probably more than I enjoy my time away from her.
Nice. I just straightened the kid's hair. LOL.
Girl dad through and through.
What time are you thinking today?
Well, I honestly wasn't sure if we were still on since we hadn't set a time.
Our schedule is pretty wide open today. LOL. So whenever you're free.
Well, to be completely honest, I was looking forward to meeting, but I'm the kind of person that needs a plan at least a day before. I tried to bring it up last night in hopes you'd set a time to meet, but you didn't.
Technically, you told me you were free at 1-ish. I assume that was when we were going with. That's what we were going with. But we can try again next Friday.
I did say that, but if someone doesn't set a time, date, place for a date, I don't know if I'm on her side here. I just take that as them not being interested in actually going out on a date. Call me jaded or whatever, but that's just been my experience. And sadly, I'm not free next Friday.
I mean, we technically had all 3 of those set. 1 p.m.-ish today, Honey Pig. I was just confirming the time with you today.
I'm with him a little bit. I didn't feel like we had set a firm time. Sounds like you were assuming was waiting for a definitive time, and I would have hoped you would have confirmed before this morning. There's no hard feelings. I just feel like we have differing communication styles. Okay, he didn't seem like the date was a high priority for him, which rubbed me the wrong way, but I definitely think that this seems like a miscommunication or maybe just different communication styles. I'm not 100% sure. Should I have just assumed one-ish at the time of the date because that's when I was free and he indicated we'd meet for lunch? Am I justified for wanting him to be specific about the date / time/location? Should I have asked a time on Thursday when I dropped the hint? And I'd love to hear your thoughts as to what the point is at what point is it my responsibility to confirm a first date? I definitely don't want to come off as annoying or pushy, especially since I've been in the position in the past where someone expresses that they want to go on a date, but then never follow through, even after sometimes setting a day or location. Was this just a lack of communication, or did I dodge a bullet because he wasn't really that interested? Tyler Cameron, what do you think? This was a saga to say the least, but very relatable, I'm sure.
I think he's interested. I think he is. I think he's the one who's kind of spearheading the conversation throughout all the text. He's the one asking questions. It's never her asking about him. It's always him asking about her. She never brought. Like, he interjected one time. I just did my daughter's hair. She could have easily said, "Oh, how's your daughter?" She never asked. So
interesting.
It was always him initiating the next question, initiating the next conversation. So I always thought he was interested.
I did too, and also he's right. They did have time. Like I thought Friday at 1 was happening. Like this whole time, the idea, and the more she, and I know he kind of did avoid the topic of the date, but like there has to be a point. I think this was too much talking before a first date. I think once you had Friday 1, cool. See you Friday at 1.
Talk to you then, because what are you going to talk about?
And they're talking about nothing, and all she's doing is getting, disenchanted with him because he's not like, is he supposed to talk about the date for 3 days leading into the date? Like, no, the time has been set. I think she's looking for him to drag her on the date, to like carry her to the date, and that's not really. And I do understand where she's coming from. She's a little disillusioned with the whole dating process. She's been burned in the past. She said she's a little bit jaded. I get it. But Friday at 1, I'm down. Can't wait. See you then. Text me that morning to make sure. Like, I would get in control of like the planning process yourself. She waited so long on having any opinion. And then at the way end, she pulls the rug out and she goes, well, I've been waiting. Like, I would stop waiting for people to be more honest with you than you are with them.
And also, you know why you got to stop waiting? Because that shit's eating you up all along the way.
Totally.
Why isn't he asking? Why isn't he asking? So you're building this whole thing up, You don't even had your first date yet. Jared, you make a rule right now.
Let's do it.
First date, once you initiate the date, time, and place, that's it. And you don't talk. Don't talk till the day of, and confirm it, or the night before and confirm it, and that's it. None of this small talk and BS, because then what are you gonna have to talk about? The first date is to learn about that person, so you have a lot of stuff to talk about.
He could have been talking about straightening his daughter's hair on the date instead of the text. Exactly. Like I'm with you. This whole chit chat, it got long for us. Imagine how it is for you. And and it's like, there's not even excitement. I do get that he was trying to be flirty with the apartment tours and all that. And maybe that could have been a turnoff because you're like, do I trust this guy? But at the same time, you've picked a place. It was public. It was during the day. Like, I don't know if you're in the online dating game, I don't know how much safer and better you can get. That at that point you see, and I think a lot of this has to do with, she's like, I haven't gone on a lot of dates. I'm new to the scene. I have a kid. I have to get a babysitter. I get that. So a lot of these dates become more important. You start to be like, well, there has to be a good one now. And it's like, you got to open yourself up to bad ones to get the good ones.
Don't forget to like the video you just watched. I have many more. Subscribe to the channel right now. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, you fool! There's even a bell you can click to. Now you've got your week set Monday through Friday. I'm here for you.